Welcome back, guys. We are back for the final part of our show tonight. Yeah, Travis, bring us
Yeah.
to the next. Is it the same day? The next day? What's going on?
No, I mean you guys were kind of chilling at night. Unless anyone wanted to do anything, you just kind of spend the night at the inn.
Mm-hmm.
The extremely
Yep.
expensive inn.
The
Yes.
extremely expensive inn.
We've
We've
That is
already
right,
paid.
Listen.
So.
Yep. For one night. But cool. Yeah, you guys spend the night and wake up the next morning. Um did you want to try and get up early or what were you trying to do here?
Oh,
Durian, I believe we were going to go meet this guy at dawn.
oh,
Oh, well, I pass along that information to Fawn.
They are meeting some guy at dawn.
No, that if you want to go try and see if this guy can heal you, he apparently can be seen at dawn, but I don't know how much success we'll have in this town, but it's worth a shot for you. I have to go deal with healing because I'm being a good knight right now.
It's probably not worth my time, but I can at least try.
I mean, I don't have to be out there healing them either, Fawn, but doing it for you because I thought that's what you wanted.
Well, I mean, if I'm not going to get time with him, it might not be worth my time, but I don't have anything else to do, so I might as well at least attempt to speak with him.
Your male surliness is coming in well, but yes.
Okay. So yeah, does anyone go with Fawn? Nina, you kind
Buddy
of got in.
system.
Yeah, Nina, you kind of got the directions on where to go since you were with Durian when he was getting all that.
Yeah, I try and drag Caven with me in the morning, so. Sorry,
Okay.
Nina.
And I'll go with
if
Fawn.
he asks, I'll
That's
go.
right.
Cool. So men one way, ladies or former ladies another. Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
so
Yeah.
Caven, used to do this with Amareth. How did you not find it tedious?
I did it a couple times,
Eh,
and
it's not important. It's okay.
I never not found it tedious. Just something that had to be done.
All right.
Cool. So why don't we see what the ladies are up to?
Also, they might give you something at the end if it's nice, but this place probably not.
Yeah. So cool. We'll follow Nina and Fawn first. You guys head to the Temple District, and are quickly in front of the Temple of Palor. You can see it's just kind of it almost looks like kind of stereotypical church. It's kind of a steepled building, a bell tower on one end. It's made of wood, walls, wood roof sloping
This
down.
one is flammable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no bueno.
For the god of light and the sun, it could go up pretty easily.
Yeah.
Can we
Maybe
go
that's a
up
good
and
thing.
tribute?
Yeah, Fawn's channeling his male pyrotechnic.
Must start fires, obviously.
Yeah.
It's the testosterone.
Yeah, but you two are there. What do you do?
So, Nina, who are we supposed to... Is there someone else we're supposed to see first? What were your orders, I guess, for speaking to
just
this
that-
guy?
Just that this is normally the time of day this man prays, and it'd probably be like one of the only chances to go see him and see him during the day.
So do we see a lot of people praying then, Travis? Anyone that stands out as really fancy and special person of
Yeah,
Palor?
I mean, yeah, you head into the temple, and there's some people in there, but it's fairly empty at this time of day.
Well,
Nobody
I'll just
stands
go-
out?
There's like an acolyte or two going around and talking to people.
I would stop
I'll
them
go
when
f-
they go by.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir, how can I help you?
We're looking to potentially speak with the Archimandites. Zane?
You've not
this
been
guy's-
listening, have you,
Yeah.
Allison?
No. What?
Uh,
No?
This,
Are we
this guy's
speaking to someone
eyes.
else?
This guy's eyes bug out, and you want to talk to the Archimandrite.
well, we'd like to speak to the head priest about possibly meeting the Archimandrite.
Perhaps.
I
Maybe.
don't.
Or perhaps the head priest himself may be of aid in us in this matter.
Anybody.
Rassifor Edwin just left. You could catch up with him. He hasn't been gone more than 2 or 3 minutes.
Which direction did he head out, may I ask?
He went out this way, and he points opposite the way you guys came.
Shall we make haste?
Scooby Doo.
We
I
thank.
suppose so.
I donate a gold as I go. I say thank you and
Thank you, miss.
whoosh.
Nina's gonna leave the town being known as like the rich woman, and everyone's gonna beg for money from her.
All the
Nice.
beggars are outside. Thank God.
You're gonna
No,
leave and
everybody
have
back
no
that way.
money. Someone's gonna rob you.
Yeah, you had to be rich just to get into town.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys hurry on along, and you pretty quickly catch up to looks like a man in kind of the similar brown robes and the sort of orange stole around the shoulders. But this guy's also wearing kind of like a sort of like a circlet around his head. Looks like it's made of silver with kind of some orange gems in it. So it's pretty obvious that this guy's probably pretty important.
And potentially has money.
Yeah. Potentially.
Okay. I would try and catch up to him without making it awkward, but also at the same time, Buck really has no patience for formalities, so just kind of like, hi there, walking
Yeah,
up
so-
next to him.
So that's pretty tough. There's like a crowd around this guy as he's going through, but he's sort of like speaking to and giving blessings to everyone as he goes. So you just kind of like try and push your way in.
Yeah, I would find a way to weasel my elf self in there. I have a small girl with a large scythe. I'm sure people will move.
Yeah, you guys manage to kind of shoulder through the crowd and says, "Oh, hello, my elder one. How can I help you?" And this is a human man who's probably in his 40s, so
Okay, so I am much older. than him.
easily much younger than you, since you're an elf.
I kind of turned to Nina like, oh, I don't know what to do once we got this far now.
Excuse me, would you be the head priest of this paywall temple?
Well, I am the Stavrofor. Yes. How can I help you?
Forgive me, I'm not quite used to titles. I'm not actually from Aridanish. We were inquiring if you would be able to aid my friend here in a very
I give
unique
him a
manner.
friendly wave.
I see. He's been struck mute, has he not?
No. He's
he
it's
speaks.
a very complicated story. He's not really good with dealing with the clergy.
Buck
the-
smiles a little bit more like,
Yeah. The man sighs and says, "You will need to confess your sins someday, my young man. Do not be afraid. The gods are merciful if you ask them for mercy, and show mercy in turn. Please walk with me. I am rather busy today."
Of course.
I kind
And he strides along,
scoot along with him.
gives blessings to people as he goes. And so, what exactly am I helping you with?
We were recommended.
Your friend is not mute. Come now, sir. What can I help you with?
We were told to potentially come to you to help me with a small issue I have. Well,
Yes,
large
yeah.
issue. Buck chuckles to himself.
Okay. What is it, my young man? My elder man. Please.
Well,
I don't mean to insult you, but I believe the phrase is "spit it out." I'm rather busy.
Okay, well, in that case, I started life as a female, and due to some magic of some sort, I am now a male, and I'd like to change that back to the way it should be. Can you help?
He kind of like stops and looks at you.
What are formalities? Who knows what they are?
For what it's worth, sir,
He like narrows his eyes and says, "Are you joking?"
I wish I
no.
was.
No, sir, I can personally vouch for her story.
You, this mysterious young female
Random.
woman.
Yeah.
I
For-
vouch for her.
For her story, yes. Have you sought help for this before?
Yes.
And
Well, some sort of spell of restoration or some sort of some such, whatever it may be, was cast on me. Cost me a pretty penny and worked for a moment and then stopped working, and I went back to what I am now versus what I should be.
That is why we're here. The priest from Cien recommended that we seek help from Arinanish.
he kind of scratches his stubble and nods and says, "Yes, Well, we are well renowned for our priestly abilities. I may be able to help you. However, it's not going to be simple. I'll need some components for a spell powerful enough to help you.
Oh boy.
They won't be
Such
easy
as?
to obtain."
For what it's worth, sir, we have great talent in doing difficult tasks. In fact, if you've heard tale of the Dragon Slayers of
I wave off
Squareness.
Nina. No worries about that. What do we need?
The Dragon Slayers. Yes, they were
Yes.
through here about a week ago. You,
I look at him and I say what?
Well,
yes, wait, are you claiming to be who you are not?
Wait, hold on. Are these
He kind of
Slayers
of
red dragons or green dragons, sir?
continues walking on.
Wait, Slayers are green dragons or red dragons?
He's like walking. Are you going with him?
yes.
Okay.
Pick up
yeah,
pace,
he appears
running
to be
after him.
walking
No.
away from you. Look,
No, no. Slow down. Slow
I'm
down.
going to
No,
lie
um,
and deceive me.
No. I
Not
pull out the
Knight Draconis.
thing, Knight Draconis.
I don't have one, but
And you still have yours, Nina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I have two on me. We have
pretty
not
sure you
yet
have
reached the
Amaranth.
destination to give. No, we have not yet reached the destination to give Amorous to proper people.
I thought you mailed it to him.
No.
Actually,
Did they?
I think you left it at Lady Lysantha's.
Yes,
Oh,
actually,
Amorous
that's
one?
true.
Amaranth, yeah.
Did we?
Well, there's at least one.
I still have my one then.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you pull it out and show him. It's like, wait, no, the Dragon Slayers were from Cien.
Oh, no, they slayed two green dragons, sir. We slayed the Great Red on the south.
The,
Different dragon slayers.
The young red.
Shush,
and
Cayman,
it-
you're not there.
And your holiness will suffice.
Oh, Your
Your
Holiness, sorry.
Holiness, making note of that.
I see. That's different then. Do you possess any skill with herbology and alchemical properties?
I mean, I'm sure I could figure something out about herbology, but the rest, no.
My Sir
What about
Durin
tracking?
or other companion might.
My dear,
Tracking?
you are fond of interrupting people. I'm talking to
I
your friend.
apologize.
What about tracking beasts
I-
or creatures similar to such?
I'm sure we'd be pretty good at tracking. There's a few of us.
All right,
Very
well, come
particular
along
set
with
of
me.
skills.
Very particular set of skills.
You can do the voice now that you're a man.
Oh lord.
Says yes. Well, perhaps you could help us then. The spell you ask for, it is difficult to cast and more difficult still to prepare for. I will need some ingredients. Mostly
request
these can
to-
only be found in the spell-scarred plains.
Oh boy.
Are you amenable to going to such a dangerous area?
Oh,
Well,
Could you-
if it'll.
Yes, we
show me
are.
that-
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Darian, come on. Could you tell us more about these planes?
Yes. Don't worry
I
about
could
that.
if
We'll
I
find
had
out
been
details
out
later.
there myself.
What are we looking for?
Well, you are
Speak your
anxious.
own
I'll give
words,
you.
Spit it out, I guess.
Kevin, look
Easy
at roll
now.
20.
And it's Your Holiness.
Your Holiness.
Well, I will need about a dozen eyes from a Kuotoa.
Oh my god.
12 eyes.
A dozen?
Tuatua. I don't even know how to spell that. I'll just sound it out.
As well as many roots as you can find of a moonflower.
many roots of moonflower.
They bloom blue only in the moonlight. You may
Okay.
want to consult someone who has familiarity with alchemy.
So hiring an assistant that is is a chemist might be a good idea.
If you can convince one to go with you. But yes, whatever it takes, of course.
Money does well for convincing people.
He just
So-
kind of shrugs. Says,
What
"I
else
will
could we need?
component."
Kevin, Skype.
Those would be what I need to be able to cast the spell.
can't look at
As I
personal
said,
messages
it will not be
while I'm
easy to
streaming.
obtain.
Hmm.
But all these items can be found in the
Roll
planes.
20 then.
You could whisper it, yeah.
They can.
Or email.
Gentlemen. Thank you.
Text or something. God.
Yes. And these Kortas, forgive my pronunciation, Kortaras?
Kuotoa.
Kortoas.
Do they look alike?
What? Yeah.
They're crazy fishman creatures.
Oh, great.
Be very
Oh.
cautious of them. They are
Great.
dangerous.
So these
you
are
say-
fishmen on land or in water?
You will likely have to search the lakes and streams to find them.
Okay, I don't like that, but
Well-
Be
good.
careful. The plains are dangerous.
Is this, I guess, would this be a nature, arcana, or dungeoneering if I'm trying to look for information?
Do you have any of those?
I have dungeoneering.
That's the least relevant one. Wouldn't
Damn
help.
it. Okay, well, I thought
Well-
I'd ask.
I really must be going. My people need assistance, but
Is
If
is
you-
that all you need? The eyes and the moonflowers? Many?
it is
Moon-
at least a dozen eyes and as many moonflowers as you can bring back.
Okay.
The roots, specifically. Though
Oops.
bringing the whole flower would help us be sure exactly what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Well-
can speak with a few of my assistants at the temple. They will be able to describe the plant to you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Of course, if you bring this back, it will be enough components to heal a great many people, and I would very much appreciate it. I would be owing you a favor. The casting of this spell would certainly count. It is very taxing.
Of course, Your Holiness.
Well, we'll do our best, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon.
Very well. What were your names again?
Well, my actual name is Faunolin, but now that I'm no longer as feminine, you can call me Buck.
Ah, I see what you did there. And you, my impetuous young miss?
Nina.
Nina, pleasure. Thank you again for your volunteering.
You're welcome. Thank you
Not
for
at all.
your future help.
Of course, have a good day.
I nod to him.
Yep.
I wave
Bows
and
out.
bow.
Continues on his way.
Oh, sure. I guess we'll go ask his assistants about the flower in detail, and then shall we go meet up with the others?
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Alright.
So while they're off talking to the priests, Durian, Caben, what are you two getting up to?
What are we doing, Darian?
Well, I assume we've met up with Shoshana, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you meant to meet up with her, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you schedule something yesterday?
Yeah, she said, "So I get you early in the morning," and I said, "Yeah."
Okay, cool. Yeah. Then she's waiting for you there outside the inn, ready again for another round of very much appreciated volunteer work.
Yes. I'm happy to help. I wish I could only do more.
Excellent. Thank you, Sir Durian. You're so generous. And she kind of bats her eyebrows at you a little.
Is she cute? Is she old?
Roll for hotness.
No,
Roll for
she
hotness.
is. She's an apprentice. She's young.
I know. That's what I figured.
whoa.
No, in D20. In D20. Roll for hotness.
No.
I
Roll
never
for
roll
age
in
first.
D20.
Aw.
Oh, sorry. She is about average. Yeah, like an 11 out of 3 to 18. So
How old
average.
is she?
Young, maybe 16, 17.
I pat her on the
Amazing.
head and I say, "Lead on."
Okay.
There, little
Cool.
sister. There.
She kind of bats your hand away, annoyed, and of course, sir. Yeah. So she leads you again to kind of the same sort of makeshift triage center. So do you do kind of the same thing or anything different?
Yeah. I guess it's morning and people are kind of getting up, and so I go around and I just talk to people. I like hearing from people and hearing the stories of the common folk, like for all my heirs. So I put an ear to the ground and put tales together, piece things together about what's been going on in their lives, at least as much as they've come from the South, such as these people have, and talk to them. And I make sure that I ask the nurses who are particularly bad off, and I heal them. But
Okay.
I chat with people. I could use knowledge
Cool.
local or diplomacy if you want me to roll.
Yeah,
skills.
yeah. Why don't you do your whole bardic knowledge thing? See if you hear any interesting tales.
Sorry, every time I have to look it up because it's like 4 different numbers and I never remember what they are. Knowledge is int modifier, which I have 1, plus level, I think. Bonus equals bard level plus int modifier. Okay. 10.
10.
We're level 9, right?
10.
Yep.
Yes.
17.
17. Okay, yeah, you put your ear to the ground, and it sounds like the theocracy of Ariadnish is poor, right? It's not a super wealthy area, so the influx of refugees have made things pretty rough in the nation. So supplies are in pretty short demand. Medical supplies and food especially. Luckily it's summer and the weather's been pretty good so far, but people are getting worried, right? It's hard to build up a surplus for the winter when you got so many hungry mouths in the summer. So there's definitely some tension there. And the people generally are pretty giving and fairly pious, right? It's a religious state essentially. But you're definitely hearing some grumblings from anyone in there who's a local about all the hungry foreigners.
Okay, cool. But nothing notable beyond what you'd expect from people fleeing their homes to the south.
Not with the 17.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
Yep.
Cool.
I mean,
fine.
that's kind of the big talk. Like, obviously, there's talk of the war down south and how it's been getting worse. But it's usually framed in the reference of, you know, it's so bad, more people are coming up here. Oh God, more people are coming up here.
Got it. Okay. Well, I go around. I use my healing for the foremost.
Injured and
Yeah, I use all 4 spells.
cool. And
And
Caben, are you like doing healing checks basically? Are
Yeah.
you like helping bandage wounds and do the more triage work, if you
Yeah,
will?
the stuff that doesn't need magic, I guess. If
Yeah.
I can help out with. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
And-
trained in that.
And I do.
I'm-
I mean,
yeah,
I've
I'm
got
trying
several to
healing.
use. I do the fascinate thing like 3 times, like in different areas, like
Okay.
just like lighten the mood a bit. And
Sure, you're basically giving kind of a performance, right?
it's a performance, but I'm not looking to make a roll on it because I'm using the spell, which is just like it
Yeah.
enraptures people a little bit. Maybe takes
Yep.
their mind off trouble. Maybe there's some healing potential in that, at least
Yeah.
in goodwill.
Yeah, so you know, at one point Shoshana kind of stops in because she's been kind of dropping you guys off, and you know, she's bringing sick or injured people back and forth, and she actually says something to you, Caben, like, is he always like that?
Is he fascinating people, or what is she talking?
Yeah, he's like,
I'm
what are you doing?
I'm playing my flute a little bit. I'm like sitting in a circle with some people on beds or pallets, and I'm playing the flute, and they're like, despite their pain, kind of just like,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah, for the most part. It's
Okay. Seems a odd way to help sick people, but it seems to be working. The mood is lightening, at least.
I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, he's doing what he can. This is a different kind of healing, I think, for people who are down in the times. Kind of look around to see the tents out in the mud outside of the city.
Yeah. Yes, well, that's one way to put it, certainly. I don't know if I got your name. I'm Shoshana, by the way. She holds out her hand.
Yeah, I'll shake it. Caben.
Pleasure to meet you, Sir Caben.
Saban.
Saban.
Saban. So, how did you come to be about in Ariadne here?
Well, we just got here, just traveling out of Cien.
Are you going to be around for a while? The work you're doing is very good. That's a nice bandaging job there. Were you taught by your parents?
No, I guess not. Yeah, I don't say that because no, I just picked it up, kind of out in the woods, ranger stuff. Picked it up as I went along, helping people. Or
A few
not
few
people,
scratches here and there.
but probably more than I'd like.
Caben, roll a diplomacy check.
My diplomacy is like what is that? -1 diplomacy.
Caben the smooth talker.
Oh yes.
Boom!
Dude,
Awesome.
that's incredible. I don't think I've ever rolled a 20 on a diplomacy check.
That's awesome. I love how it's still a 19, but no, that's great. Like you just you know, she says you come across as a very genuine man, Caben. Look, there are difficult things happening in our nation right now. It's obviously overcrowded and we're low on supplies.
Is it like this everywhere?
Unfortunately, yes. At least in the south.
Mm.
Some of the northern portions are not so bad, but I mean that's up by the mines and the bluffs, so not as much area for people to settle down in. It would be helpful if we could find more space for people, but I'm not sure where we'd go. The plains are dangerous, and no one has led an expedition there to forge out space and explore it recently. Everyone's been so tied up here. Caven doesn't respond.
I don't know. Is she asking us to go exterminate
She's just
the
saying.
planes? Oh, okay.
Well, you've been very helpful.
Well,
here.
yeah. I don't know
I'm
much
sure-
about.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know much about Ariadne. Did I travel through here on the way down? I guess I might have.
You may have gone on the other side of the river, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been to Airnash before. I'm not... It's a sad time when war between two countries affects the whole continent.
That is... Well, I'm sure if you're looking for a way to help, the Stavrofor would be able to direct you. I think your friends were going there this morning, not?
The what? The who?
The high...
That's the high priest they went to go see? Yeah.
Would be the equivalent of a high priest here, yes.
Okay. Okay, well... Maybe, I'm not sure. We were continuing north, but we've been known to pick up some odd jobs for many different reasons, so...
Well, a good reason always beats a greedy one, am I not right?
And I look over at Darian.
Well...
And you see me like it.
Yeah, she looks at you and says, "Well, I appreciate your help," and she puts a hand on your shoulder, and gives you kind of a look, and says, "Well, I must be back to what I was doing. Thank you again," and she heads off.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry, I'm writing down notes.
Oh dear.
Cool. So you guys spend your time bandaging injured people and doing what you can. And I assume you probably meet up at the tavern later.
Well, I take it we find out like this whale looks like this, and that from the acolytes. Travis?
Yeah. So you head back to the temple and get kind of a description. They show you like a picture in a book that someone drew. So you can see that. They don't let you like take it with you or rip out the page or anything, but yeah, it's kind of a blue flower with a dark green stem, and there's kind of a drawing of the roots, which are like a pale white.
Okay. And do they tell us like where the plains are located, like what area? North, south, east, west?
Oh, it's like north. It's like a huge area. They kind of
Like due north, like so
like
that
straight,
say someone...
straight north. Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
like we gotta keep on going.
And can they tell us any more about these fish people, or?
That's a good question. No, not really.
Okay.
The
maybe the next
acolytes
time.
don't have a lot of information.
Maybe the next town.
We thank them. We take all this knowledge.
I mean, sure, they give you a very basic description, but it's like, fish people, they're about this tall, and they have gills on their necks.
Somewhere.
I don't know, fish people.
Caben, do you share everything that Shoshana went into about the country?
Yeah, I think on the way back to the inn, tell you, and so yeah, they think they're asking possibly help around this part.
Durin's doing some beard scratching.
Yeah, I guess we eventually lock up. I guess, right, Allison?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I missed the
I guess
last part of
we-
your sentence.
I guess we both arrive at the end as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We all meet up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Gotta
Awesome.
find time for really expensive drinks or to watch Durian make drinks for almost free.
Yeah.
So, and I relay, or I say, Kevin, you should, or Caben, you should relay some of the stuff you've heard
Yeah,
about the country.
I fill in the rest of the party about so we heard the country. It seems all the south is being flooded with refugees. It seems like, well, this city for sure, but other cities I'm sure, looking for some kind of help. They're very appreciative of us just walking around helping out where we could in the healing, but it seems like they had need of possibly bigger jobs, fetching, I don't
What
know.
did you learn from the Stavrofor?
Yeah, they mentioned that. They mentioned him, her, him, it.
Yeah, I guess if we go over what we found out, I also, if Thorn doesn't mention it, or Buck doesn't mention it, that the other Dragon Slayers came through here.
Oh yeah, Buck doesn't care about that. Wouldn't mention that.
The who? What?
The other Dragon Slayers.
There's
The green dragon.
Slayers.
Green dragon.
Apparently. Interesting.
Team Green Dragon Slayers with Team Red
Something,
Dragon
something to
Slayers.
keep an eye on, but I'm very interested by
I
this.
wonder where they're going.
So, we hear on one source that they're short of medical supplies, and that it sounds like that they'll help you for medical supplies, Fawn. Is that true?
I mean, yeah, we've got to find a bunch of supplies and
And
Our
Swiftwind's quest, isn't that in these plains as well?
No, I think it's in a different direction, but it's not. Shouldn't be that far away, right?
Well, but regardless, this is an area we were told to avoid, but everything in this country is pointing to us that we could really
should go.
be heroes if we were to make some area safe. We could at least find out what it's like, collect supplies that people need, and
Well, I don't
receive
know if
healing.
we can genocide an entire area of fish people.
I'm not saying the whole region. They said carved territory,
most of them.
right? Is that's what you
Some
said,
of them.
Caven? Carved territory. They
Mhm.
just need.
They don't have
yeah.
the space for all these
They
refugees.
just need space made. It doesn't have to be the whole region. It could
Well,
be
the only
a
problem with that is
coordinate
that
area.
if there's enough left, they will just push and take back the land.
Yes, but if we could establish a presence, if we could go and demonstrate that we can
I'm assuming
find
whatever
the
we set
sources
up.
of the corruption, or perhaps at least declare certain areas safe enough that we can come in with soldiers and then
Yeah, it's
help
not,
them out
We're not
and-
going to set up tent cities and leave. There'll be a bigger presence than.
in other words, what
Oh,
we do is we
the
help them
refugees.
create a safer area so that they can start pushing into the plains.
Maybe make a new town.
Exactly, or a fort or something to be able to defend
Yeah.
against what's out there.
Fort Durian.
I like the
Fort
sound
Durian.
of that.
I'm actually sorry doing that. I'm with Fort Buck on this one.
Fort Buck.
Does sound pretty
It
bad.
have to get its name changed though after Fawn comes back.
Nah,
That's
it's
alright.
fine.
Fort
will just-
Fawn.
We all
Buck
know who
will just
Buck
Buck is.
disappear into the times of legends, and Buck's name
Yeah.
will live on in the fort.
He
That
came.
magical
He
time
came
traveler
anyway.
guy.
Let's
He
let's-
came, he saw, he switched gender.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
let's go. Does anyone know where these planes are?
North.
We
Juno.
should go talk. Oh, I guess they already did talk to him. But I mean, you guys talked about learning about materials. Shouldn't we go talk about actually setting up
Well-
a presence camp?
Well,
I think it's one of those things that you prove first. We come back and complete this quest, but in the process, we learn more about what we're up against.
Yeah.
well, we need to kill at
And
least
I have
6
a
of these
feeling
little
that the-
shits.
And I have a feeling that the Stavrofor of Oryx Hold is less interested about the creating land for the country, and that's something that the capital would be interested in. So, I propose we go up there.
To the
We,
capital.
we see what we go up to the dangerous area, the
Oh.
plains. We fight it out. We find the plants we need and kill the dudes we need to kill. We see how bad it really
We're
is.
going to need jars, preserving alcohol, and we need to kill at least 6 of them,
Sure.
unless they've got
No, no,
more
no.
than 2 eyes.
I'm talking top level here, big level here, Nina.
You know, I know. I'm just telling
Or
you
the-
what we will actually need.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you're right. We will need to
We head-
preserve the stuff we get because
We head
last
back
time you
south.
carried around that chimera head around, that was
Oh no, that's
smelly
even
and
Beckman's.
gross.
It's
Even
got the
Beckman's
job.
head was
Generally,
Gross as hell.
deadheads get
Plus,
gross.
Bastard deserved it. Let's be honest. But we gather the materials. You know, fate's willing, we'll be successful. We head back down to the south, deliver them where they're most needed. Here, where the refugees are. Right.
Mhm.
Get hopefully Fawn back to normal. Get a
Hopefully.
good recommendation from the Stavrofor that we can take on to the capital, that we are capable in dealing with this, and perhaps we are worthy of something to do further. What do you think?
or we could just be noted and we could keep going north. I mean, isn't that the objective in the end? Are we trying to get the Titan
We
still?
could just leave now. I mean, we could just collect the medical goods we need that are in exchange to help Fawn. We're only stopping in Ariadne because we were told Fawn could get healed here.
I mean,
Otherwise,
I don't mind doing good
Doesn't
deeds on the
wanna
way,
get
but
more, we can leave.
don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to doing a good deed here and there along the way, but I mean, we can't get ourselves bogged down like we did in Xi'an. Remember, we got to get to Titan's Hill.
I mean, well,
I
if that's
agree.
the objective. That's pretty boring.
I don't find it boring, Kagan. I want to see my lands.
We will, but we're here.
Eventually.
We're
There'll
here.
be more there.
I'm not saying
Possibility
that
we can get
skip
Fawn
everything, I'm
healed
just saying that we
and-
don't stay
Politics. Listen,
a year
the
fixing
minute I heard
problems.
about it, I wanted to see these wastes. I want to see if they were bad anyway.
Swiftwind did not like him.
Uh,
Probably pretty bad. And if he's flying over them and he doesn't want to be there.
Listen,
Well,
it's
to
not
be
for-
fair, he doesn't know a lot of things.
No, okay.
So.
How about this? We need to get Fawn back to her normal, snappy self.
No,
Right?
I'm with you. Because this is an
And then-
opportunity to do that and
We
more.
can exchange those goods, and we don't have to worry about the long time livelihood of the country. That's I don't
That's
care.
not our problem.
And
Let's
that's it.
do, let's do what you said. We go, we get the goods, we kill other things we see if we want to. We come back and we see what happens. If they think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, maybe we continue, maybe we don't.
That said, if
You
you
want to
could
get on the
try and-
Titans?
I was going to say, Durian, if you can find out information about these fish things.
Unless you want to move all
Counts.
these
Yeah,
tent cities to
counts.
Titan's Hill.
We have time. It's true. I don't want to
That
have to
would
take care of all.
probably increase the population significantly.
You'd have a great
Yeah, it's
you have a great start to your booming town.
I don't need more people. I need
Heat fort, whatever it is.
wealth from the land. I need to prospect for gold and oil.
Texas tea.
We'll find out. This is not the first and last town in Ariadne. We'll inquire as we get closer with people who probably are more familiar with it, with
Yeah.
the beings that are in this land.
I mean, unless there's another tower in between us, I think we're at the plains.
No, we're not.
It's due north. We said due north from here.
Yes, but there's two roads. There's one that goes northeast, and there's one that
No.
goes. around.
I assume that would be tracking off the road, going north.
No, we'll continue on to the next town. To
Who
the
needs
coast.
roads?
Travis, we have no idea where the planes are.
Yeah, so you guys would be able. Oh, that's not the one I want.
We've talked with what's her face. They've talked with the Stavro.
In the
Stavropol.
Aquarites.
Stav.
So
Stop.
you've gotten
Deep
some
stop.
information that of the next few cities on the way, but the plans are, yeah, they don't encompass the cities. It's like
Right.
straight north.
No, but isn't it? I'm gonna ping.
Is it a day's travel? Is it 6
No.
months
So
travel?
I
from
thought
where
it was Travis. I thought it was. I'm gonna draw this.
we can't
I
draw
thought
on
it
the
was
map, I don't
up-
think.
I can.
On the Fog of War.
Yeah, no. I thought it was up that far north. So we'd go around. You know what I'm saying?
I got the impression it
Further
was
towards the center, but
Yeah.
I got the
So
impression it was like somewhere here.
so you guys could probably get a good idea of sort of the way up there. So
In this city,
Like
can
this.
we look at a map of Ariadne?
yeah. So
Like the entire country.
yeah, and you can see that there are. Oop, that's not what I. God damn it.
Undo.
that doesn't mean anything to us. It's okay.
Yeah. So you yeah, you can probably find a map. And it shows the city, it shows the lake and the cities around the lake. But then like that whole sort of blacked out area is the plains. It's
Oh,
huge.
it's
Okay.
everything in the
It's
center.
massive.
It's the whole center of the between the lake and the ocean.
Yeah.
I didn't
Alright,
realize. I
let's
thought
do
it was
this.
further north.
Yeah. So that's a basic idea of what it is. You could ask people more information about it if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll have to if we go there.
Yeah, I propose that we go a town further east, to Rinseer stand. There's less likely to be refugees there. Maybe more people will have some time to. Will know more. I mean, this is the back end of the country, so they'll probably be
Like I
more
said-
familiar with the dangers and the risks.
Yeah, well, like I said,
Perhaps.
if we can find out more information about these things and what potentially might else await us in the plains, then we can just go in there and we can literally go, we came, we saw, we conquered, we heal for
Hopefully it'll be that easy.
We literally mow through territory so that as we walk, little strips get revealed in the fog of war, and that's the safe area that we create.
I'm not
fan out.
entirely sure it'll function like that.
Travis, that's our plan, and I tell the party that we should gather Joffrey and we pack up and leave this afternoon. It was just
Okay.
the morning we spent healing, so.
Yeah, so you just tell Joffrey you're heading to the next one along the east?
Yeah.
Okay, your thing was northwest, right? Stop on the way? I don't care. This is all new and exciting for me.
This is on the way to the northwest. This is where it gets a little dangerous, so. Along the
By
way,
the
I
way,
want
that
you.
bartender's name is Molly, and she likes me. I don't mind returning here.
We'll be
No,
coming
nerded.
back here, Joffrey. Nina here will, Nina and Caben, but mainly Nina. I want, if you could take the time on, as we're traveling, just take an hour in the evenings to run through some basic sword play, at least defensively for Joffrey. Yes?
Yeah, I can help with that. I'm
Doesn't have
not
to
particularly
be-
good with a sword, but
Well, yes, but you know
She
the
says
basic
that she flourishes it.
I can make do.
See,
though.
but I can't do the 10-point defense, and I've had been trouble, I was
But
like, I know you
you'll
don't
do
need
more
to
than
use
Joffrey
sword.
can.
I
You'll
don't
be
think I think Joffrey needs the basics of fighting, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Hey now,
Well,
I'm an
I'll
elf. I've
refresh your
practiced
course.
my sword play before.
Maybe a refresher course.
I nod to Joffrey, like, I know you have, and then I go, sword play, huh?
Hey, you know that's not what I meant.
Used to be fun, Joffrey, when you were still miserable. All right.
Well, hey, let's get some grain alcohol and have at it. I'm all up for that. I mean, they're
think
gonna
they
charge
have-
you an arm, a leg, and probably another
I
arm in
think
this
all the
place.
grain is being kept as grain in this town. We need to move on. We're going east.
Damn religious people. All right. Cool. So you guys head on out. Awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
I donate before we leave. We stop by the temple, and I donate Jefferson Starship.
Oh.
I think
Aw.
you ate. I think you ate him at some point.
No, we
Okay.
had when we left CN.
No, I was going to
Yeah.
eat him. You were like, you're gonna eat him. I was like, you're right. I don't eat him. Let's go. But no,
Okay, all right.
I donate him as livestock to the temple.
Sure. Yeah.
Sir
here.
Durian,
My sheep.
Sir Durian also adds into his good deeds that he has a sheep that perhaps can be used to for needed protein for people or to breed. Sir
Excellent.
Durian.
Thank you. Yes, Sir Durian. Thank you, sir.
Sir, what?
Sir Durian.
Hey, that pleasure, my lad. I'll see you later, lady.
That's what I was
My
waiting for.
Lady, you're gonna do
Hey.
that.
Anyway, the lad bustles off with your sheep.
My sheep.
My voice is cracked already.
All right, goodbye,
Cool.
Jefferson.
So yeah, you guys head east, and you make it to Rinseer's stand. So this village, for lack of a better word, is pretty poor, and that was before the tent city outside of it. So you can see here a lot more. I'm sorry.
There is a tent city outside of it.
Yeah, it's not nearly as many people, but you can see that quite a few, tents or very makeshift shacks or shanties have been set up, and people are starting to grow like gardens around these little areas they managed to carve out for themselves. And if you make your way into the village proper, it's poor, but it's a little more well structured. And you guys are once again getting hit up by, it seems like, every beggar in the place as you ride in. In your nice armor, your flowery armor, your nice swords and all that.
Mine is not flowery.
Sadly, we
You know.
need our money
Mine
for
gets
supplies
stabbed.
to
Wicked.
get them land.
I think the term you're looking for my garb is badass, Travis. Just a note for future sessions, right?
That's
Yeah.
absolutely not the term.
No, my one
Flowery
is
is exactly the term. There's literally a tulip on your right breast.
It's a nice tulip
A
too.
shiny
It
black
is.
armor.
It actually makes you smell very pleasant, which is great because it's summer and you guys are in medieval times, so you probably stink something fierce.
It's all good.
Not as
okay.
bad as the
all
unwashed natives, but
Exactly. Still
We're at
better
the
than
end.
them.
Stop at the end.
yeah.
Okay, continue. So we push through the crowd of beggars, same as before,
Sure.
firmly
You
but
toss
gently.
out any coins?
No.
Hell no.
Please, sir, something for my children to eat. Please, miss, anything you can spare.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Definitely.
a little boy runs up to your horse, Durian, and he's got
Dick.
like a stump arm. He's like, please, anything. And you keep riding on.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Because we need to go
I've got
kill
the
the
greater
plane.
good in mind,
Yeah,
Travis.
he goes
Yeah.
to your horse, Caven, waves his little bloody bandaged stump. Please, anything you can spare.
He's waving a stump at
He's
you.
waving.
Travis, stop trying to run us as one goal.
I amputate his other arm. No.
I remove his head for him. He made a lot of noise. I remove his head.
We turned this trial into the Black Knight, Travis. The Black Knight.
Oh lord.
No, I don't.
Your
I
legs off.
I keep on going.
Okay.
What? Just a flesh wound?
I'll bleed on you.
Cool. So you guys continue in and make it in the village. And there are a lot of beggars lining the streets, right? There's not a proper wall to kind of bar this off, so a lot of these people have come in. And where do you head to?
The temple.
Okay.
The temple.
Yeah, lots of beggars outside there. But you can easily get in. Unless people are praying, they try and keep the people outside and help them as much as possible. But still let other people go about their praying and their donating, especially.
Y'all are
Yeah.
still
So
gross,
you're
you stay
inside there.
outside.
I look for a priest or an acolyte who could show me to a priest.
Yeah. So someone comes up to you almost immediately. Good morning, sir. Is there anything we can help you with? Please come in and pray a while. We're always taking donations, of course, for the poor.
So yes, there is something that we're about already. We've just come from Oryx Hold, obviously, and we're on a mission. We're seeking medical supplies, and we're going to push into the interior. We're looking for...
I apologize. I told Stavrofor Edwin that we don't have anything to spare. I mean, we can't send anything his way.
Forgive me. We, I point to my friends, are going in to procure new medical supplies.
From
Where?
where?
The plains.
Oh.
We are looking for... So I'm saying we would love to help you here, but I think we have the greater good in mind right now. We just need information
Yes.
from anybody has at least some cursory knowledge about the area, the region that we're going into. We know it's dangerous.
It is. Perhaps the local Rassifor can help you. She should be back later today, maybe around sundown. Unless it's urgent, I could send someone out to get her, but she is very busy, of course, at this time.
Well,
Only as urgent as our desire to go and retrieve what needs to be retrieved. We're just
Of
looking
course.
for advice, and obviously
And
we will.
knowledge.
Obviously,
Yes, well-
we'd make our way back through here and provide materials that may be of assistance. We have word from Stavro for everyone about what's needed, but roots of the moonflower, I believe, are particularly dire.
Hmm.
May I ask the name of the rest for her name?
Yes, Rassifor Gloria. She'll be along later in the day.
Okay,
Should
thank
I tell someone to fetch you when she's here?
That
Yes,
would be nice.
we'll just be outside the temple. We don't want to take up room.
Of course, sir.
We've been traveling many miles. We'll find a shady spot and rest. Perhaps there's some comfort we can give to those who are around here.
Yes, I'm sure the local inn wouldn't mind paying customers too if you have a chance. The sickest and lowliest aren't the only ones in need in this time.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. The local economy could use a little infusion.
Turn away.
All this money going out of our pockets.
Cool,
Yeah.
so-
So we go find the inn.
Okay. Yeah, you find an inn. It's fairly close actually to the temple, and head in, and it's fairly empty actually. There are not a whole lot of people through here. And a man comes bustling up to you. He's kind of he almost looks deflated, like he's maybe heavy set, but looks like he's lost a good amount of weight recently. So just kind of like loose skin hanging around. He kind of waddles over to you. Please, sir, come in. Can I get you drinks, a meal, a room, stabling for your horses outside?
Only if yes, the horses do need to be fed if you can spare the feed, and
Excellent.
if there's food that's not taking it out of the mouths of the hungry.
Oh, of course not. Please come in. Yes. Do you need rooms for the night?
Travis, I reach in to my sack
Yeah.
and I pull out 200 silver.
Okay.
And I say,
You see his eyes widen and says, "Thank the best
I
rooms."
say,
The
no,
best-
I say, for now, just meals. We'll talk about rooms if we need them. Deal?
Yes, of course, sir. Thank you.
Sir-
Thank you
sir-
very much.
Sir Durian or just Durian's fine.
Sir Durian, of course. Please sit down. I'll get some food warming up.
Going broke.
Right? Good thing
You never
own some
needed that
land.
gold anyways.
Silver. Just makes
Well, what-
the counting complicated.
Yeah, what good is
Silver
earning
and
money if
platinum.
you don't spend it? Come on.
Because we actually
I
get
have
that
spent it.
medal.
I've spent too much of it.
Just
All right.
tonight.
Wink.
Cool. So yeah, you guys pay off and eat up. And
I study, Travis, a lot
okay,
in this
you
time.
continue studying. Excellent. You guys get an acolyte, basically a kid in brown robes, that heads over kind of at the end of the day, and says, "Are you the people that the Rassifor was looking for?"
I hope so. Sir Durian and his companions.
Excellent. Please follow me.
Lead on,
Yeah,
child.
yeah. He leads you back to the temple, and leads you up to kind of a woman at one of the, sort of at the front altar, but she's sitting in a chair like off to the side, and she looks just bone tired, just completely exhausted. She looks up as you approach and says, "Please, I'd stand, but it's been a long day. Have a."
I usually only see that look for with battlefield doctors.
Well, when it comes to poverty around here, the battle is never over.
It was hard and things got harder, did it?
Quite. All right. And she stands up and says, I have more comfortable places to sit in my office. Come with me. So, Edwin sent you, did he?
Well, we have a friend here, and I gesture to, who has a particular ailment that I won't go into right now.
That'd be me.
But we can see how much that asking for aid when it's hardly life-threatening is difficult in the circumstances we're in. So we've hoped that our services in procuring medical supplies could benefit and allow one such as yourself, or perhaps Stopper for Edwin, to take up some of his time and energy, because we know it's tiring.
You have no idea, sir. What was it again?
Durian.
Durian. Is that a polite sir or an actual sir?
Recently, actual.
Ah, well, congratulations, Sir Durian. It's always nice to have noble knights helping out as much as they can. We seem to see less of it than I was hoping for.
That's a shame.
Yes,
Not
well,
what I would have expected. But we are here now, and we will do what we can. We don't know much
Excellent.
about the interior, but what we understand is that there are supplies of interest in dangerous parts.
yes, very much so. If any of you would have the knowledge of alchemy or experience therein, well, did Edwin tell you what to look for? I assume he would have.
Roots of the moonflower and eyes of the from creatures called the Kruatoa?
A
Kuatoa.
Kuatoa.
Kruatoa.
Yes, well, that would be very helpful. There's another thing that would be helpful, though. It's not a pleasant thing to ask for. It's sometimes used for the wrong things, but can be helpful for creating powerful healing potions, if one can obtain it. Honestly, the morality of the substance, she just kind of shrugs and says, people need help. And if you could retrieve blood from the thorns of a blight, you could use it to brew healing potions. It has certain magical properties that make them powerful.
And why
At the
is
end
it
of
immoral?
blights are evil. They don't bleed themselves. They're plants. They get the blood from, well, something that has blood. It's more of an unpopular substance, taking blood from essentially whatever they've killed. But it can be powerful.
How is this? Is this extracted? I can cut a vine or some part of the blight and
That's
drain
how
the blood.
That's how they feed. It may sound crude, but kill them and squeeze it out of them.
Can do
Sounds
that.
lovely.
Yes,
Perhaps you're not the
well,
one.
you look
to-
like capable sorts.
Let's just say that there are many roads to where we've gone, and we've tried to do the best we can, but we understand the realities of the world.
Yes, well, don't throw anyone to the blights, of course, but whatever they have, they've already taken. So to not use it when it could be helpful is foolish.
What do these blights look like? Or is there someone you can point us to?
Plants that.
Any plant, huh?
No, they're roughly person-shaped.
Do they
Thorny.
stay? They stay rooted, or are they mobile?
No, they will unroot themselves.
Ooh.
That is a little scary.
They're not pleasant to deal with, but
Yeah,
they're not
sounds like it.
particularly strong individually.
Is there an
Elijah.
alchemist in town here? I don't know if it's possible, but for supplies, jars, preservatives, something to make sure that we can bring materials back.
Could we?
Yes,
Oh.
by all means, any business you can give to the shops around here would be greatly appreciated. With so many needy people, don't spend a lot of money, and then those who are used to making money don't eat either.
Hmm. Do we need to extract the blood while they're still alive?
No, she said squeeze it out of them.
They're plants. They're fibrous. Just-
Okay.
Kill them.
It
And
would be
squeeze the blood
easier
out.
to carry than a huge pile of blood-soaked twigs. I
Right.
imagine.
I was just curious. I was curious if they get angsty, and we used fire, would that ruin it?
Probably.
Probably.
You'd
Yeah.
boil it all out of them.
Okay.
I would imagine. I've never tried it personally.
We're pretty. We've been desperate and we've been bold and we've been both, and this doesn't sound out of our reach. We'll check it out and hopefully come back with much neat stuff.
Excellent. Well, like
Is
I
there-
said, anything that can help.
Is there anything you can tell us about these Kotor that may help us?
Kuatoas.
The fish people?
Are they organized?
That's a
Do they
good
speak?
question.
Do they
Josh,
speak?
why don't you roll me a d20?
Oh dear. Well, I went high or
But
low,
it's just a-
Travis?
Hire's
You
always better.
want high. High is always good.
No, not really.
It's not high. And low. You wanted low for this roll.
She just shrugs and says, I've not seen a whole one before, so I can't tell you much. They're nasty things, though. Be careful of them. And whatever you do not get dragged into the water.
So we need to lure them out.
You know
of
what?
the-
That sounds like a plan. I will not get dragged into the water.
I think
Excellent.
Nina's rope strategy will come up
man.
here again.
Do you think we should buy a big net and go fishing?
A boat, maybe. Boat.
I
cooking?
can't recommend a strategy for you, but whatever you feel will be most helpful.
I think we've taken up enough of the Rastafor's time. Unless anybody has any more important questions.
Do you know of anything else in the plains? Maybe it may not be curative or
Many dangers are about on the plains. Be very careful as you travel.
Is there a source or a cause of the blight on the plains?
Centuries-old war. The spell-scarred plains are called such because of the after effect of the Great Dragon War. So much magic was thrown about, it ripped a hole in the sky. That's why it's red over that area.
But there's
Blight
no
of
one
the
location that the blight emanates out from.
I'm not sure I'd call it a tangible thing. It's more of the effect of great and still lingering magics on the area.
Do you think
There were
such...
several great cities in there back in the day, but they've all been laid to waste, infested with things most foul.
Is there a way you think to cure portions of the land?
I'm just worried about curing people who can't afford to help themselves.
Alright. That does it, Travis. We make our polite
Cool.
leave. And
I guess we go get supplies, like a whole bunch of vials and jars and preservatives.
Yeah, cool. So you guys load up
food.
on alchemy supplies and food and other supplies.
at an
Awesome.
increased rate. I don't... So I'm going to ask Nina
Hmm?
or anybody else to pay for them because I am
Yeah, I'll
starting
take care
to
of
run
it.
dry.
Yeah, I mean that stuff's kind of cheap. So why don't you drop for a bunch of supplies, 10 gold.
Yeah, okay, I'll drop 1 platinum.
There you go. That'll work. Actually, the guy asks you for silver if you have it.
That's like the worst money I've got. I got 8 silver.
Well, he looks at the platinum. He's like, I can't spend this. No one has platinum.
I'll drop the gold then. You're already my moment here, Travis.
He kind of sighs and nods and says, all right. I should be able to break that at least.
Yeah, I literally have 8 silver. So,
Yeah.
How much silver would be 10 gold?
100.
100, yeah.
I'll
If you
drop,
got...
I'll drop off the silver. I'll drop 100 silver for him.
Okay, I guess I'll put that back in my character sheet then.
Thank you, sir. It's not many people have gold around here. Platinum. People would kill me for that coin.
And
Hey,
you can
but
even
who's-
spend it.
Well, let's
Hey,
not let
lose.
that happen.
Kevin, how much silver do you have?
He kind of squints his eyes at you, Buck, and says, "Yes." Or prefer not.
Man, that would be awful.
I now have... I have 238 silver, but my copper count is 420.
Thanks, Padfoot.
Ow,
Yeah,
Pad-
Padfoot.
Nice.
Yeah.
I put 240.
Alright.
Thank you very much. I put 240.
Cool.
Yes,
Very
I have.
So-
Yeah.
So you guys are all supplied up, and you are going on a hunting expedition.
Dun, dun, dun.
And,
For everything.
An herbal
all of-
gathering expedition, okay?
Yeah, gathering, just picking herbs. It should be simple and easy, and what could possibly go wrong? So cool. Joffrey actually asks to be left behind. He's gonna try and like help out the bartender and get people to, sort of come into the joint a little more. And he seems like he does not want to go out on these dangerous plains.
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
sounds
I
like
mean,
him.
if you can be of help into the city, just don't die.
Don't
No, it's
die.
like
Away from his wife. Wife's.
I know how to take care of myself. But yeah, you guys come back for me. You hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
we'll try.
adventuring I thought you wanted, Joffrey, but
I hope we'll be in shape to come back to you, Joffrey.
Well, if nothing else, I'll go out and find your bodies and, own some land.
you gotta be able to forge a signature, but there you go.
You'd be surprised at my talent, Sturian. Right?
Joffrey's
Cool.
actually a rogue.
Cool. So you guys leave him behind and head out to the plains. And that, I think we had to end a little early, so that might be a good place to call it for
That's
tonight. Yeah?
Good spot.
Sounds good.
All right.
Are you heading off in the morning? Just in the evening, midday?
I send us off that eve, like we ride off towards the sunset and we camp
Okay.
soon after leaving
Lots
the,
of riding
the
off
town.
into the sunset.
Before we're deep in,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
balls deep.
Before we get there.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. We're done.
I'm
our show
alive
tonight.
and I'm so much
Durian-
more alive. We're heading into the spell-scarred plains, and I'm more alive now than I was
At the beginning of the session.
4 hours
Yeah.
ago.
Not for long, but
Yeah, so a bit roleplay heavy, ROLE play heavy tonight, but I have a feeling you guys might run into one or two things out there.
Maybe.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
probably-
really
like
just
50.
going into the murderous plains full of
they're
magical
like
monsters. but
aquatic
Yeah,
kobolds
we'll
or
see.
something.
Maybe more
More
merfolk.
water
Maybe
ogres.
more merfolk for you to hang out with, huh?
I hope
Then
you're
piss
fucking
off
not.
and actually, maybe you'll piss off a merfolk and turn back
Actually,
into
I
a
was about
woman.
to say that.
Turn
Like
you
maybe
back into
maybe
a
they'll like be like, "Oh, this dude, this is gonna be funny, and we're gonna turn him into a chick," and we'll be like, "Yes, we can go home now."
There you go.
Anyways, are we good for next week?
Should be.
Why don't we
Okay.
discuss this off stream?
Okay, well, if you like the show, please give us a follow. We usually play on Mondays, and I'm hoping we'll play next week. And if not, follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube to get caught up when we play next. Thanks for
Follow us
watching.
on Twitter too. Twitter,
Yes, there's
Oh yeah.
two of us on Twitter. You can follow us for fun,
very active.
funny
But
D&D
Jimmy
stuff on
talks
there.
about baseball.
Thanks for watching.